devenu Janamala.
Right. Hello. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is High Priestess Jamila. All right. So finally, it's so refreshing to be able to do a spiritual video, but I don't ever feel like I'm late. I feel like I'm always on time. Okay. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. For real, for real. Did y'all know that Ashanti is about to have, I think, her first baby? Ooh, and she is big and round, kind of like Mother Earth. She looks so pretty. All right, so I wanted to come and give you guys some spiritual information that is of importance, okay? And just FYI, there is a lot of lies and bullshit out there um, about what I'm getting ready to talk about. In fact, if it's ever spoken about at all, okay? But the way that they have it looking is that it's pagans or Satanists or it's the witches. It's always the witches, but I see it happening more often with religious sects and stuff. So just FYI, I am a shamanic witch and a healer and a light worker and a dark worker and a medium and a necromancer and all of that. Okay, because typically that's what we do. We just, but I don't support or agree with that. Okay, so my job for a very long time has been to free people that are enslaved, and it's not just about black slavery. Okay, it doesn't just happen to blacks. It's happening to all races of people. And this is soul selling or the selling of people. There is a call for it or a market for it actually in the spiritual community. It is very disturbing. It's very disturbing that there are people out there that will buy people. Isn't that disturbing? They will buy you, they will buy your children, and they be serious as hell if they've exchanged money for you. They done anteed up, and to their disappointment, which I would say probably 99.9% of the time, they do end up disappointed. Very disappointed. Okay. Um, and so I wanted to come and talk to y'all about that. So we all know about physical human trafficking, which is something that still goes on, which is so very, very sad. Like, you wouldn't believe that you could be sitting there every day at work with somebody that is somebody else's slave. Like, they literally feel like they own that person, which it's so ick that I actually started feeling nausea just now. Ill. That's disgusting to think of anybody that has that type of attitude. But there is, and there's help for you. And they don't like that help. So people like me, there's always consistent attacks and smear campaigns. But at the end of the day, what I do works. And it just is what it is. In fact, when I decided to go ahead and do this live, Belial actually came to me because Belial is a demon of the Goesha. That means one without master. Okay. So he came to me along with a couple of my other spirits that I am just loving on. I'm loving on these spirits so much that I don't even want to talk about them. Uh, so there's ways out of that, and there's ways of you literally fighting for your life. You don't ever give up. These people are delusional, essentially, is the way that Lilith and Santa Muerta and Hecate and a lot of the other spirits describe them, is that they're pretty delusional. This happens a lot in the spiritual community. It does involve, or at least partially involve, energy harvesting, vampirism, parasiting, stealing, thievery, but um, that also goes along with the shamanic witchcraft, which covers a lot of soul trapping. Okay. There's a lot of you guys that, and I've even seen people who don't have a soul in their body anymore. And that's pretty scary. Okay. So, yeah. And it's very sick the way that they are. You know what I mean? And, they always, especially when someone is delivered from that evil, they always think they're going to get away with it. They see it as sort of like this promised land, like you're not even human with a pulse or a soul or a person anymore. You're just their tool to be used. Okay. And we're not talking about slavery of black people and apartheid. Okay. We're not talking about just that. Like, that was an example of it, but I think that every race has went through slavery. Okay. Being that I have so many different ancestors. I have white Irish, which are holidays coming up, which is Lugnasada. I have African from the Ethiopian region. I have Native American, of course, which is the tribe that was connected to the Trail of Tears. I have Japanese, okay, in my bloodline. So I can't just consider, you have to consider all of your ancestors when you're thinking about like your ancestors, okay? And so I have many. So, and they help me tremendously. Love them, love them, love them, okay? And they led me down the left hand path. I started off as paganism, um, and then I eventually discovered that it's so corrupt that I decided to go down the left hand path of Satanism. And there we have it. Um, Sometimes it's necessary. Okay. And a lot of you guys probably don't understand that or agree with it. But trust me, when you realize that you're a hamster on a wheel, then those survivor instincts will kick in. Trust me. In fact, a lot of the training and the programming, when you do take the left hand path, you kind of tend to, the people that are doing it, they kind of tend to try to put ideas in your head that Satanism, if you do want to practice Satanism, they will try to put that in your head, either by saying it to you or through inception spells and things of that nature. That, oh, you're going to die, you're going to lose, you're going to burn in hell, which is kind of weird and hypocritical because you just did a spell and you're telling me that because I not only self identify as a witch, but that's what I am. But you just did. So, anyway, whatever. That's their logic. Um, and they hate the fact that um, the infernal spirits they do provide. And no, you're not selling your soul. In fact, you're getting your soul back. The church is really primarily is who's stealing souls, by the way. Whatever. So, just FYI about that, there is a way out of that. I know that they try to make it look like they winning. They try to be very, very, very aggressive, but they're gonna eventually have to let go. Okay, they're gonna have to let go. Let go my ego. Let go my ego. And and it's not like they have to let go after 10 minutes. It's not like they have to let go after 10 years. No, they have to let go immediately. Think about if you had an axe in your hand and your hands were tied together by chains, and somebody, mainly me, came and said, "Let me break those chains." Bam! That's what? 5 seconds, maybe? You might have to hit it twice. And they gotta let it go. They gotta let go. They gotta let go. They gotta let go. Okay? They gotta let go of you. No matter why they hanging on to you, they gotta let go. Okay, and they know it, and they're angry and they're upset, and so um, that's one of the things that I do. Of course, I do love spells and stuff like that, money spells, all sorts of spells. There's a spell for everything, but this is something that I was vetted to do for some reason, and I love it, and I absolutely love it. You know, hey Isis, hey sweetie, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm so sorry that you're suffering from addiction. And I'm pretty sure that the whole world around you that was created has kept you in that addiction, hasn't it? Well, you're more than welcome to schedule a meeting with me if you like. Just visit my website or you can cash at me. I charge for my services, okay? Just FYI. So, yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay, maybe I am the answer to your prayers. I know that the people speak of the Lord all the time, and the Lord leads a lot of people to me. So, yeah, burning this vertiver over here, y'all. I need it. We've got some awesome stuff coming today. So yeah. Yeah. So I'm just like, you know how like when something good is coming and you can't sleep, but I'm gonna lay down and get some rest, like, and put on my alarm so it'll wake me up. So, because I will literally sit up here and stay up and be looking out the window. Is my package here yet? Is my package here yet? Is it out for delivery? Oh my God, it's 6 stops away. I want to wait for it now. But I'm literally going to sit here and meditate with this new spirit that I've been working with. And it's so amazing. I've learned a lot, guys, and things that I probably would have learned had there not been distractions, but that's okay. And so I've done a lot of different packs with a lot of spirits, and they are goddamn amazing. They are. I'm telling you. So I think that um, you know, a lot of you guys, let me tell y'all something. It's not just about being an entrepreneur or being rich or being wealthy or nothing like that. Even if no matter what lifestyle goals that you have, a lot of you guys have been slated and everything around you kind of like the Truman Show. And you just been slated to where they've made it impossible for you to even get a job, which means that essentially they want the blood sacrifice, but they can't. Something compels them not. Oh, it's not in the video description box. It is divineservicesapothecary.com. I'll post it right here. So just go to Divine Services Apothecary. If you Google it, it'll be the first thing that comes up usually. And then it's a link to my website from my Google ad or my Google thingy. So, all right. So anyway, some of y'all, it becomes evident that these people they want the blood. They want the blood sacrifice. They do. And some of these people are so ornery, they will sell you and your kids. Since I was a kid, I've been picking up on foul stuff like this. And, when you see things like this and then everything else that they do kind of cosigns that you're correct. And it's just kind of like, oh my God, like, and they don't like us seers either, especially us seers that ain't down. I ain't down with that. Hey, I just, because, I have a really tight knit connection with nature, especially being a shamanic witch and, just connected to a lot of the gods like Odin and Thor. Like, a lot of people don't realize that, you don't have to look a certain way to work with certain spirits. They will help you. And then they have a connection with the earth, and then some of them have a connection with the planets and just, the elements and everything. Yes, Ashe Isis. So it's a lot to deal with. It really is, because once one of these private organizations have, I'm not even going to get to the public organizations, but that happens to that part. But it's all relevant, man. Once they do that, it's almost like they invest in stock of, it's like they invest in human stock. Mm. It's like they're investing in human stock, kind of like cattle, and they be serious about it. Very good to have a guardian demon. Very good to have a guardian demon. I have several. So, so most of the time I am so grounded, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that now what my spirits are working with and dealing with is forgetting, getting it out of my mind, purging all of the negative information, all of the just purging it from the mind, because what can they do? They can't do anything. They try to make it seem like they own the world and they own you, and they don't. Some of them will actually tell you that they own you, and like they say, they ante up the money, and what I'd say to him? I'd say, well, whatever you paid for me, it wasn't, it would, honey, I am priceless. You could never have enough money to buy me. And, they may say something demeaning, but then Satan comes in and says, now, what did you say? And they'll go, oh, Jesus, oh, that. Yeah, step off. Step off. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And he'll say, you okay, my child? Yes, I am. Okay. Let's get back to reality. Okay. Seriously. That's how smooth he is. And loving. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got to be careful about how you look at it, because you already know that the ladder is up to no good. You already know they don't know no good. You already know they ain't no good, man. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt about that. Just face it. And then you have to say, oh, honey, because your spirits will tell you you're going to get this, you're going to get that, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. But, and that's just what it is. And especially one of the newest spirits that I just connected with, I am so eager to for this spirit to help me with several of my clients. I mean, I was just freaking shook and amazed at how quickly this spirit works. And it doesn't discount my other spirits. It really doesn't, because some people need a spirit team. You know, Oh man, you was kidnapped. I believe it. Kidnappings actually happen all the time. It actually happens all the time. Now, what I'm talking about mainly is spiritually, but they will spiritually hijack you. They will try to find a way in to hijack your spirit, and because they want the energy that, but yet they'll say that they don't care about your energy and your energy is worthless, but yet they're always trying to tap into your energy, obviously, by making accusations, harassing you, calling you, talking about you, pretty much trying to take what's yours. And what goes along with that really is smear campaigns, rumors, as well as damn near identity theft. Like, it's bizarre. So we have an entire system, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I went through training. I feel like it was just a training course personally for to help other people, because it was never a reality in my life. But you never know. It probably was, you know what I'm saying? I think it's important to get readings and find out, what's my fate? What's my purpose? Am I sold? Did I get sold? Why do y'all think that black market Adoption is illegal. That's horrible to think about that. People buying babies. What? So it's really a trip. And, sadly, a lot of, well, it's obvious that the Christian Orthodox and Orthodox churches and Catholicism have some cards to play in that, because it says in the Bible, slaves, obey your masters, even if they're cruel, even if they beat your half to death upside your head, obey your masters. You don't see no satanic Bible that says that you should do that, do you? So they hate that, you know, and they're trapped in that world. They and I think that I think that they convince themselves that what they do is right, but in reality, anybody with a fifth grade education that can read the Bible can interpret it. And they'll try to lie to you and say, oh, that's because you're not in the Holy Spirit. Like, no, no, I'm gonna say no, yeah, no. So, they say we're bad because we like to dance naked under the pale moonlight and salute to the moon and drink some wine and burn sage sticks, but we know that that's not the truth. you know so and oh, thank you, Isis. I like your name, your screen name. That's beautiful. I love Isis. So, the system that my spirits have developed for me has served me, even though, it may not seem like it, but it definitely does serve me a lot. And I feel great, I feel good. I just need to order some marshmallow root. So I got to remind myself to order some marshmallow root. I need some. And I'm going to do that when I get off of here, because that's really important to keep. Marshmallow root and slippery elm bark. Oh, God. So important. So very, very important to keep on deck, especially with all the gossip and the deep, deep deception. Marshmallow root cuts through deception when it's burned or when it's used in spell work. And then it also heals the throat chakra and heals the heart, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I'm also a healer, and my ancestors, they used herbs quite a bit. Mhm. I have this one ancestor that he is so badass, y'all. He literally sits in front of a eternal fire, literally protecting his people from this. And to me, he kind of looks like that one guy that sung that song, the who someday over the rainbow. Oh my God, I love that song. I just literally could listen to that song and just it's such an inspiration, because they really, really, really want to trap y'all and use y'all, and it's so sad. It just it reminds me of, when people get animals and they just, like, I'm not judging anybody because people have different reasons for keeping their animals in cages. Seriously, I don't agree with it. But if you have a cat or a dog, Don't keep it in a cage 24/7. That's awful. you know. hmm So, you guys can have freedom from that. And freedom is not thinking about it and talking about it your entire life unless you are recognizing and helping somebody with that issue. You don't have to stay wrapped up in that, no matter where you're at. Even if you're still living with your fake husband, your fraud husband, even if you're still living with him at the moment, he can't say, oh, well, you're still in it. No, you've already escaped it, even if you're still living with that person. Okay? Even if you're, no matter where you're at. Some of y'all things have gotten so bad that y'all have had to go to shelters, either homeless shelters or battered women's shelters, or there's even battered men's shelters out there. I don't know if y'all knew about that. That's very interesting. But it's out there. Okay. So, no matter where you're at, once you free yourself, and it does require spiritual work. Okay. So, you can say it, but it's been binded to the earth and to your earthly spirit. Okay. So, that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the type of work that I do, which it's not stressful. It's heartbreaking sometimes. It hurts because it hurts very deeply to know that that exists. But I don't get in my feelings. And I tell y'all too, you have to get off crack. I want to do shrooms to help you. I was hearing about shrooms helping people with certain things. I didn't know that it helped with that. You need to contact me. There's actually I've never been addicted to a controlled substance before, ever, but that doesn't mean that I can't assist people, because there are various herbs and things that can help you. May not happen overnight, depends on you. And so addiction is just like addiction, even though a controlled substance can be really difficult. But you can be addicted to a lot of different things. You can be addicted to food. You can be addicted to um, drama. You can be addicted to a lot of different things. So yeah. So um, your witch bottles and meditations and even your mojo bags will help with that. Okay. And I actually am gonna. I am so excited, y'all, because we're changing locations. Thank the goddess. Oh my God, people are still so ignorant when it comes to judging people's spiritual beliefs. Don't judge. But I've got a mojo bag project that's coming up. Oh my God. And I'm gonna be making mojo bags for La Nasada this year. And it's gonna be so cool, guys, because I am going to make a mojo bag for each theme, for each Sabbath. And I'm so excited about that. Like, I really am. Um, so there'll be one for the fall equinox, there'll be one, of course, for Halloween, and then Yule, and so on and so forth, coming up next year in 2025. So I'm just like really excited about that, and I wanna use the kind of clear ones that you can see through, so you can actually see the items that's inside of it. So I actually made a video on that, and it should be uploaded to this channel, where I made my first Sabbath themed mojo bag or gris gris bag. Okay. Um, well, that's probably just because they're ignorant, Isis. That's probably just because they're ignorant and they fear the unknown. There's my Cash App, sweetie. Okay. Um, yeah, I honestly have been noticing that a lot, and I personally feel like that is another example of the corrupt church picking on witches, and they definitely have an agenda. But those of us that know, we know, and we know, okay, and they ain't messing with us. They ain't messing with us at all, okay. Just FYI. Okay, so and I don't know, something tells me that they're not supposed to be doing it, but you know what? It ain't my business to even get involved with it because I am factually a daughter of Lilith and don't have nothing to do with me. Okay. So, and I'm very happy with what my spirits have been doing, and I'm excited about what's coming up in the future. I'm actually getting ready to get off of here right now. Okay. I just wanted to come and let you guys know that you're supported over here. Okay. You're supported, and I just love to free you guys. Because many of you, definitely all of you, deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And the only time my spirits will wrangle you is if you go back into that way of thinking, that negative way of thinking. Then that's when my spirits will get a little forceful because they'll say, no, this is for your own good, which is rare. I've had some difficult clients. It's not that we're trying to control you, we're actually trying to do the opposite. You see what I'm saying? Makes less work for us anyway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, what you doing? Yes, I want a Pop Tart. How many packs? Just one, baby. Just one. Okay. Is your brother up? Because I'd rather have mine heated up. Oh, he's so sweet. Thank you. My son just came up here and asked me if I wanted a s'more. He, like Jacob, always makes sure that I eat, which we're going to protect that. Let's protect that. He always makes sure that I eat. Um, I got some s'mores, Pop Tarts, but I want them warmed up. I don't want them cold. Y'all know that I usually make s'mores all the time. S'mores was a regular part of my household, trust me. I miss that so much. And we've actually made s'mores popcorn. I'm just into corny stuff like that. Like I cannot wait to get back to that. Like y'all gonna be like, did she really just do that? Like really? And you'd be surprised at some of the things that I know about spiritually. But it's like I'm one of them type of people that's literally like, oh my God, it's Halloween. Let's make some candied apples and some ghoulish skeleton apples and some it just I those things I love those things that bring me joy. You know what I'm saying? I love bringing joy to other people, and so I can't wait until like we've been through the dark times right now, like a huge battle, and it's been in social media. a lot, and oh, it's awful. It's been awful, but it's gonna get better. It is, seriously. Oh yeah. I like looking at videos of them making candied apples. I have this thing about apples too. Like the shape and just the color and the various colors, and then also I'm a pumpkin person too. So yeah, love that kind of stuff. Absolutely love that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of a nerd, and my kids will tell you, because a part of the smear campaign was that I was mean to my kids, is how I'm going to put it. My kids will look at you like you crazy. Like, no, my mother is like the biggest nerd that I know. And I get tired sometimes of her babying me and uh, doting over me and making a fuss over me. Like, my kids literally be like, Mom, okay? I'm one of them mothers that never envisions bad things happening to my children. That's a part of the protection of your kids. So my ancestors, when they kicked in, especially my shamanic ancestors, like it started to make a lot of sense the way that I am, right? Because I am very, very much so in control of my own thoughts. Okay. But then the importance of dealing with those deep, dark fears is another challenge that I assist with. Okay. So, and that's what I do. And then you know what I do when I'm done doing that? I go and I take a shower. I spritz myself with my, and by the way, I've got spritzers that are coming out too, which was supposed to all be this summer. And they've been literally trying to hold on to the slaves. Like, it's very bizarre. And they can't say anything to us. Like a lot of people be like, oh my God, I'm scared. They're going to do something. They're not going to do anything. They can't do anything just as long as you in touch with the right people, bro. Like, what are they gonna do? They don't actually have the right to do that. Okay. But you'll find that circumstances will be wonky, like Willy Wonka, like wonky wonky, and you're like, what's going on here? Crazy, crazy. And it is because those things have been binded to your earthly experience through the astral, see, and how it connects to Earth, right? So this is something that I know a lot about. Yeah. Well, you know what? And that is because Isis, because imagine a reality shift in your life being a roller coaster. And I remember when I first experienced the shift in my reality, it was beautiful. Actually, for me, I got like this little snap in my chest once though, and that was scary. But then it was like, but when you literally start to pay attention to what I'm talking about, then those reality shifts become evident, because what they want you to experience is fear. They want you to experience that because they want you to be afraid of it so that your shift doesn't happen. So they're paying a lot of attention. And I could tell, Isis, I could feel it. Something definitely is watching you. And you said that you're on drugs, so the drug game, definitely, yeah. The drug dealer wants to hold on to his subjects, of course, of course. Otherwise, the drug dealer would not make money. Okay. And the making of those drugs, sweetie, is literally the ritual. Is literally the ritual. Among other things that they do to keep you addicted to that substance. Okay? So, you know. Well, you're more than welcome to come talk to me. Yeah, they are cuckoo for cuckoo puffs. Yeah, so I will see you guys later. Make sure if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up for me. Also, if you notice, I'm live from a channel called the Witch's Broom channel. This channel with my first and last name um, started off with a different purpose, which was to connect with other witches in the South, which I should have did that. I don't know why the whole time I was here, I didn't hang out with the alt witchy community because there is a big one in Georgia. I think I was just kind of distracted from that because, you know, I wish I would have done that socially though. You know what I'm saying? It's okay though, you know. Um, but yeah, so make sure that y'all subscribe to the Witches Broom channel because the Jamila Briscoe channel, eh, I actually got rid of this channel, but I think that there's some videos on here that people need to hear because, especially the one that I just did about my change.org petition. But we're not going to get into that in this video, okay? Because, you know, that was for the last video. But okay, guys, it's 8:30. I'm getting ready to eat my s'mores Pop-Tarts with some milk. Y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. Blessings to you guys. And I will catch y'all later. Okay? All right, guys. Bye-bye.